70,000 clips. 70,000 clips for Coca Cola to be able to put together their holiday ad this year with a generative AI. And that's mind boggling to me. That's huge. I can't believe it took that many. Can't believe it took that money. I used to work in commercials back with game development. I had cut my cinematic teeth early on over a decade ago working with Electronic Arts to make ads for their games for Battlefield Hardline to Dragon Age Inquisition and also to Battlefield 4 at the time. Working on key art, working on commercial, getting renders for shots, getting into the Frostbite engine to capture render for shots, which first off, I'll tell you, all game... that's the time in the industry that taught me that all footage for game trailers is pretty much made up for the player on the spot. But it's a lot of work to put that in there. Either to get in the pilot the player around, or if it's a cinematic and you need to get characters into their scene, playing their lines, mouthing their dialogue. Does the VO work? Does the lip sync work? And you're also doing this a year or two out before the game launches, and some tech is landing at different times than it needs to, because it's all asynchronous. Because maybe you got some VFX, but you didn't get the full character art, hair simulation, but you got the rest of the character face in, and you got the voice in, but you don't have the VO in. Maybe the words aren't hitting it, and you won't have those till later that week. Because usually when you have a situation like an ad like that, there's about a month or two of planning, from storyboarding to bringing it all out, and then it's usually just a small handful, like they said they had, about 5 people. We had about 5, 6, 7 people that would. Well, 4 or 5 people actually working on it, and then there's also like all the studio heads coming around to make sure everything from their department, from VFX to audio to character design to cinematics, to make sure that is all landing correctly in the trailer. So a lot of eyes on it, a lot of eyes on this kind of work, and you're working in short sprints to get it done. 70,000 clips, that's crazy to me, because there was a lot of work. There was a lot of work to make sure the lighting worked, to make sure the cameras worked, the depth of field effects worked and wasn't blurring out the VFX in the background, to be able to get the poses in properly from the animation studio, to make sure that the timeline tool to play the cinematics is working as it should. All these things need to be in line to be able to get it. And you don't do, like, the work is in making those scenes work, and then you be able to run the scene once and then you capture it. And the cool thing is, now every time we rerun it, we can capture the same scene. It's not RNG, not checking, not making sure. And I guess a lot of people might say, well, just give it AI a bit. Maybe it'll be less in the future. It'll be less in the future. It'll be faster in the future. It'll be better in the future. That's what I'm hearing. But the thing that I always brings back in my mind whenever I hear that, just like, here's the promise that it will do all the things you want to do, just wait. It's like the holidays are coming at it. They're coming, but we don't know when. Well, yeah, sure, it might be coming at some point, but I want to make the game today. I want to make it today. So I'm going to go do that now. But, like, why wait? Why wait for something to get better that you have barely any control over when you can just make it today and learn how to make it today? So I'm going to go do that. 70,000 takes, my goodness. See you. Bye.